Hi all, Wardley, Punch Out TV. How you all doing out there? Hope you're all well on this Tuesday afternoon. Just want to make a quick video talking about Joseph Parker, Fabio Wardley. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I didn't get round to doing it, so I'm going to do it now. It's only a quick video. I watched the podcast, well, not podcast, but they were both in the Talk Sport studio yesterday, and Fabio and Joe were in there with Jim White and Slime and Jordan. And what a class act them pair are. There was no badness between the pair of them, no ill feelings, no shit talking, no nothing, just true gentlemen. That's how heavyweight fighters should conduct themselves, like that. Like Fabio said, we know each other. There's no need for all this nastiness and going forth and back at each other. We'll do that in the ring when it comes to the fight night. I just thought, what a pair of classy fighters them two are. Real class. Now, for me, it's not the fight I wanted to see. Obviously, I wanted to see Joe Parker fight Alexander Usyk. At the moment, I don't know what's going on with Usyk. Joe Parker was asked by Simon Jordan, are you peed off about not fighting Usyk? And he said, no, not really. He said he obviously wanted to fight him, and because obviously Usyk's got this injury, even though TalkSport are saying he's holding up the division, which they keep having a crack at Alexander Usyk about it. But Joe just said, look, I'm just glad I'm fighting. I wanted a fight. I can't get a fight, so I'm glad that I'm having a fight, because he's been off so long, without having a fight. Because really, you couldn't call that Bacoli fight a fight, because he dusted him away dead quick. Obviously, Fabio Wardley's been more active. It was just, like I say, it's not the fight I want to see, but it's the fight's here. It's made. It's next month, the 25th of October at O2 in London, at the O2 Arena. And to be honest, I'm actually glad because it's a good fight. It's a good fight for both of them. I did agree with Slime and Jordan when they were saying, who do you think's got more to lose? Will it be Fabio or Joe? And I did agree with him. I think it's Joe, obviously, because he's more closer to getting a fight with Alexander Usyk, or that's if the belts don't get stripped out, the WBO belt doesn't get stripped off him. Obviously, Fabio is WBA interim as well, but the WBO is next in line for its next fighter to be fought. It's mandatory, sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. But I just love the proper gentleman between the pair of them. Fabio's such a decent, nice lad. Not that I know him, not that I know any of them, but you can, the way how they present themselves, like even when Fabio was supposed to be fighting Miller, I do like Miller because of all his trash talk, but Fabio won't get involved in it because he says that's not him. And Joe Parker's the same, he's not like that. But the fight's here, it's next month. I'm looking forward to it. Who do I think wins? I think Parker. I think Joe Parker's. I think Joe will stop him late on, or it'll go to the points, to go to the scorecards. But I think Joe will stop him late on, because he hits a lot harder, I would say, than Justy Sooney. And Justy Sooney had Fabio in trouble, but you can never write off Fabio Wardley because he's got the equaliser. And as he says, he always finds a way to win, which he does. For me, I just think Fabio's done brilliant. And it could be a potential banana skin for Joe Parker. You never know. You can never rule out someone who's got that one punch knockout power. You know, like he showed against Justice Dooney. For me, I didn't give him one single round. And then bing, out of nowhere, Uni was on his arse. Even though I think there was controversy over the stoppage, because I believe the referee never gave him the chance. He got up and just waved it off. I got him getting up at 9, but that's another story. But like back to saying, you can never write off someone who's got that one punch knockout power. But for me, I'll do more in-depth breakdown what the fighter needs to do, each fighter needs to do and doesn't do as the time gets near. This is just a quick, really just piggybacking off the podcast with them both yesterday in the Talk Sports studio. But for me, I believe that Joe Parker is the better fighter. He's more seasoned. Joe Parker's resume, if you actually look at it, he's next to Derek Chisora for fighting everybody. He's pretty much been in with every heavyweight, and he's still only, is he 30, 32, something? I can't remember now. He's still only a young fighter for an heavyweight, but it's just that he's been around the block for that long. But he seems he's on a roll. Fabio's on a roll. It's a great fight. And they were asked, do you see this fight going the distance? And they both said no. So they'll be looking for knock one another out. But for me, Fabio, it's his defence, man. Kid holds he rides, because he got a good chin, he rides on having a good chin, and his hands are too low for me. His hands are way too low. And for me, fighting someone like Joe Parker, who's every bit as skillful as Justice Dooney, he can move just as good as him, but he hits harder than him, and he's got more experience. But it makes out for a mouth-watering fight. Will they be fighting for a WBO belt? Does Usyk get stripped off the WBO? Or does the winner go on to fight Alexander Usyk? I don't think so. I believe, well, for me, this is just my personal view of the whole situation around these fighters at the moment in time. I can see either the WBO stripping him, Alexander Usyk, and they therefore fight for a vacant belt, or I believe that Alexander Usyk, if he doesn't get stripped, I believe he will fight Tyson Fury early next year, March, April time. And saying that because he obviously now is not fighting Alexander Usyk. Usyk won't fight again this year. There is a possibility the winner could go on to fight Alexander Usyk next year for the belts or for undisputed. It all depends which way it goes, but I believe that I don't think none of them two will be fighting Usyk next. I think it's Fury. I really do. With all the training videos he keeps putting up, and it's just, I don't know, man. Everything I pretty much predicted about before Daniel Dubois not fighting him and going on to fight for undisputed, and Tyson Fury coming out of the woodwork. There's another twist in this tale, I believe. But just quickly to wrap this up, it's a good fight. Pretty much anyone could win it, really, because obviously, like I stress again, Fabio's got the equaliser. He's got dog in him and he's got a heart, man. The kid knows when to bite down on his gum shield, even when things are going wrong for him. But I just believe Parker will beat him. But I just like the way how these two conduct themselves, like two gentlemen, no bad blood between them. They both said, we're mates, we'll get in the ring, we'll do his business. After the fight, we shake hands and we move on. That to me is just pure class. Absolute pure class coming from the pair of them. And I look forward to the fight. like I say, I'll do a more in-depth video breaking it down, what they need to do. I will see the fight going, but you obviously just heard the majority of it. But yeah, good fight, man. Looking forward to it. Anyway, peace out, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'll be back maybe Thursday. Definitely back with a Crawford Canelo video with predictions. And I'll be live Friday or Saturday. Might go live for the fight. All depends if I can get. I don't know if I'll be able to get up, but I'll have a try anyway. But either way, I'll be live this weekend. Let me know what you think about how you see this playing out, this fight, or do you think they're both class acts? Because for me, I think the fight will sell anyway. I think that fight will sell out because they've both got big fans over here, I believe. Anyway, peace out. Catch you on next one.